situations happen. Tell me how you feel about it. Let's talk about it. Topics of discussion. Tell me what's your view. And let's talk about it. We gon' rock the truth. Or absolutely nothing. Rock true. Conversations fuel the mind. They current and they right on time. Or absolutely nothing. It's us, it's you. You rock the truth. We gon' rock the truth. Or absolutely nothing. Rock true. Conversations fuel the mind. They current and they right on time. Or absolutely nothing. It's us, it's you. You rock the truth.
Grand day, Royals, and welcome to Rock Truth Radio. I am one of your amazing hosts, Mary SelenaKay, and we thank you for joining us as we rock single. Absolutely nothing at all. We live in a society today where truth before your very eyes is consistently questioned, criticized, and altered, especially regarding relationships. Okay, from God's original intent for the kingdom and for mankind, we have our panel for today. Hello, hello, hello. What's going on, Rock Truthers?
What's happening?
What's happening? What's up? What's up? We got CKnight in the building. What's going on with you, CKnight?
Man, I can't call it. Trying to make it happen. Trying to make it happen.
As always, in his absence, grand day, and be safe out there to none other than LordTy Joe, BZNZ Radio representing in the building. You guys can check out his show on Thursday night live, as well as with our other co-host I'll introduce in just a second, and it's 8 p.m. Eastern, so 7 p.m. Central Time on BZNZ Radio. That's a short acronym for him for business, guys. And then we got none other than the brains of the operation, IQ in the building. What's going on, Queen?
Hey, what's up? Hey, everybody. How y'all doing?
Hey, hi.
Hi, we absolutely amazed, man, Queen. Woo-hoo. You left us on a cliffhanger last week. I hope, man, listen, I can't wait for the knowledge for this week. Because I know it's gonna just continue to just go higher and higher. Like you play the trump card. And I dig it, and I dig it. Yes, 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 ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Well, we took the conversation over to Rock Truth platform, and we had Thinking Outside the Box, who was able to provide more insight. Shout out to Holy Grind. Shout out to Moolah. Shout out to Mr. RMF. Like that was an explosive clip to talk about the master bait, or the bait. I don't know who was that. That's you, Knight.
No, you good.
Okay. Yeah, so that was an amazing clip and comment. So we got some clips that we're going to talk about today as we continue in our theme for this season, which is to sex responsibly, the rules of engagement. Of course, in there, this drink that we're putting together, we'll talk about Rock Truth, we'll talk about mastering singleness, Rock True friendship, how to be fruitful. We're not just saying that in a sexual manner, but how to be fruitful with your gifting as well and your being. And all of this stemming back to having the proper mindset. If you're going to do it, you're going to be out here, you're going to be fornicating, at least know how to do it responsibly. And the word responsor is to give a return on the investment that God has placed within you. Huge, huge, huge words. Huge words when you're talking about having casual sex with no borders, right? With no borders. All right. Let's go ahead on to our first clip. Shout out to King Aunt Dwayne with Scrutinize This. Now, I started off with this clip purposely, just as we continue to build right on up. But this question, as I watched this clip, he dropped it on YouTube today. Shout out to his YouTube channel. Y'all go there and subscribe. Share his IG as well as Scrutinize This, or you'll see King Aunt Dwayne on as the profile name. So let's get into what he was talking about. It's real quick. It's real quick. So let's get into it.
And there are more disciplined men ready to wife these women and be with them faithfully than most are willing to ever admit.
Mm. Yo, play that one more time. One more time. One more time.
And there are more disciplined men ready to wife these women and be with them faithfully than most are willing to ever admit.
CKnight. CKnight. Let's start with the king. Thoughts?
That's funny.
Ooh.
You know, it's. I've been having conversations with some of my guys. It's interesting, and there's been a shift.
Mm-hmm.
There's been a real shift, man. And the shift is this. And I know a lot of people may not like what I'm going to say or whatever, but it is what it is. You ain't got to like me. Just love me and respect me. The women, let me see.
Mm-hmm.
A majority of the women today, I want to say the women, a majority of the women today, they carry themselves in this certain way where men are starting to get turned off from.
Mm.
And what I mean by that is there's this culture that's taking place, which we talked about last week, which is the thirst trapping, which is the women that's trying to boss up and I run this and I don't need no man. I'm
Mm-hmm.
this, that, and the third. And it's men that are watching that, and I'm realizing there's a lot of young brothers that are posted up at the crib, not going to the club, they working jobs, they faith driven, but they saying they don't really want to mess with the women because they don't really feel comfortable in the date scene. They all saying the date scene is jacked up.
Yeah.
Every time they try to date a chick, it's some sort of sexual in your window she throwing. So then if they do end up cracking her, then it end up being just a situation of cracking, straight crack-a-lacking, and it ain't no real respect for them. And then the guys go back to feeling empty again because they like, man,
My
I'm
Lord.
just back to where I'm at square one. I wanted to get away from this, but I have no choice but to do this because everything that I'm getting is this. You understand?
Yeah.
So I do agree with my man. There are a lot of men out there that are discipled, that are learning, especially the generation that I feel like we come from. I'll say the 30s to the up 30s and up, even the late 20s that are looking forward to something like substantial and something quality, and they
Yeah.
can't find it.
Yeah. 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 IQ.
I was writing down some things. I like to write, and so I was trying to write to make sure that I stay on point within position.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I hear King Dwayne, very good statement to make. And I believe that there is a high percentage of men that just would like to now, as you are in your 45 and your 50-year-old, that you would like to be married.
Ah. Ah.
It's okay because we're not really looking at age. So I don't want that to be my focal point.
Okay.
I do want to say this. For some women just refuse to be married.
Ah. Why? Why is that? Why do you think that is? What's the root? What is
They
the
want to do.
root?
They don't
Oh, I said, what is the root cause
say that
or
again.
reason why they don't want to get married? What is the root cause or reason? Not symptomatic. What is the root?
Um, First of all, the root probably of women not really caring to be married is it causes some responsibility, some obligation, some putting that self down. And a lot of us are not really ready to put down us
Yep.
in order to be.
Yep. Yep. I
So
agree.
that is one thing that we as women need to work on if we are requiring marriage. Listen, if you're not requiring marriage, this conversation probably isn't for you.
There you go.
Maybe it's too early in the game for you. Maybe you're just not ready. Maybe you don't want to commit. Maybe you don't know how to commit yourself.
Yeah.
Maybe it's something that we just don't do. And so that's where my thought of it is. But most of our choices are selfless.
Mm. Mm.
Let me put it this way. I said it wrong.
Okay.
Most of our choices are selfish.
Ah,
and they need to be more selfless. It's okay to think about yourself. It's okay to put yourself in that bubble, but you can't just think about you and nobody else.
yeah, yeah.
So that is where I will that's where I will stand with that. But I do want to say to the man, search for what you need. And
Mm.
until you find it, keep searching.
Teach, teach, teach. I'm in full agreement with both of you guys, especially, Ant talked about the dating aspect actually, on that clip that he has on YouTube. And of course, there's no such thing, right? These are all live auditions, and a man needs to find his be fit. And unless it's who that person is, because one thing is just straight, order is in the kingdom, okay? And so God and Adam walked this earth with Eve nowhere. Okay. And so when he said that it wasn't good for man to be alone, that word is two words put together, all one. Okay. He needed an incubator, he needed somebody to get everything that was within Adam out. He never went back to the soil. So that tells you that a man and a woman have differences, different roles, different body parts. They're prepared on two different assembly lines, right?
Right.
So when I was asking you about the rooted causes of why women don't want to be married, women fear correction. Women fear the responsibility. We you talk about daddy issues. We want to do what we want to do. That's not the way to grow. It's actually the evidence of a woman that lacked a father. And when I say a father, just because your father was in the home doesn't mean that he wasn't absent here. Because if he
Mm-hmm.
let you run around and roam and do whatever, if he just let you gifted you to make sure, he was guilt parenting because maybe he wasn't there for a while or something, or maybe he did something and all. If he did all of that except for correct you and train you up in the way that you should grow in order to be a wife, to be whole, one, and complete for another person, then he was absent. You have daddy issues, ma'am. And a lot of women who had those fathers, they didn't want to listen. They don't want to listen to their daddy. They love rebellion. And it's rooted. It's rooted in, why women are not being married. They don't want to be told what to do. And they definitely don't want to be told what to do by somebody they see themselves as being equal to. So both of us got jobs. I no longer want to play my role in society. Hold on, just because you got the job. Thank you. Everybody want to clap. Let me go ahead and get the clap out here. Okay, all right. What you say? You got your degree. You got your degree. Okay, here we go. Let's do another one. All right. I mean, come on. Like, what is that? Is that real competition? Because a man could take a six. I forgot what platform. Oh, we were on Wild Out Wednesdays. I think it was Wild Out Wednesdays or something like that, on a social experiment. But a man will take a six and turn her into a 10 and represent her back to himself. So all that other stuff you talking about bringing to the table is for not. Come with a prepared mind, heart to serve and not self-serve, like Q was
You know,
talking about.
you know what? I got a question. I'm curious about.
Sure.
It just hit me. Just hit me while y'all was talking, and I'm sitting here thinking, right? And
What?
I'm curious. I got a lot of clients from different countries, and I think I'm gonna ask them. I wonder, do those men in different countries have the same sentiment as the men here in the United States? And the reason I say that is because the order, like you say, the order that exists in a lot of these countries, like my Armenian clients that are from Armenia, that's a Christian. It's one of the Christian, if I'm not mistaken, they're close to Russia, but they're kind of like Middle East, so
Mm-hmm.
uh, they're real devout. It's a real devout country because I think Kim Kardashian is from there, and they don't really respect her because of the way she carry herself over
Yeah.
there. They like, man, we don't rock with you because you disrespecting what Armenia is. So I just wonder, all them places that have that order, are they struggling with the same things that are being advertised and the struggles that are existing here in Babylon? And people don't want to admit it. This is Babylon.
This is
I
Babylon.
can, I can, I'll go down the list and talk about all the things biblically that point to this being that. But That's another topic. But I want to do my Nigerian clients. I never hear them talk about women like the way men talk about women in the United States.
Mm-mm.
What's out there?
Go ahead, Q. If you want to take it, I'll go after.
Come on, Q.
Uh, okay. I've never been to outer countries and things like that, but I do know that laws are different. Women really don't have as many rights as we do here in the States, in America. So you're dealing with a whole different ball game. I mean, if you take a woman's voice from her, what does she have?
Mm.
Doesn't have too much, but I don't necessarily agree with it either. I have to be honest about it. To take my voice from me and not let me be who I need to be or be what I need to be within reason, that's a problem.
But what about the countries that ain't like my clients, like I say from Nigeria, they're not.
But
They
I
don't.
do also,
You had went out, Q,
I
and
didn't hear
then
you.
talking. You went out, and then he started talking because it sounded like you finished. But let's go ahead and let you finish, and then Night, come
Yeah,
on back.
go ahead.
Okay, so what I'm saying is, at the end of the day, after we have completed conversation, it's going to really depend on the woman. At some point, even if you've had so many issues in your life, it is your responsibility to go and get healing.
Mm.
I mean, it just really is. And if we're having issues with trauma and all these things, or we're scared of real commitment and all those things, we need to go and get some healing, go and get some counseling and get that fixed,
Yeah.
and then try to do what we need to do. There is no you can't really find too many good relationships without healing. You have to heal. You have to get over your scars and your wounds. You and that's man and woman. But if we're talking about the woman, if she doesn't want to commit to certain things because of situations or experiences that she has had, that may be a problem for her later, but she needs to go and get healed.
Yeah. What was your follow up, Night?
Joe, what I was saying, Q, was not those places where if a woman uh raise our eyes to the sky, she gonna get denied and hit with an elbow drop. I'm talking about like I got clients that are from Nigeria and the women have a voice. They don't take the voice from those women. Those women are very, very liberated, but I don't be hearing the same type of rebellious attitude,
Mm-hmm.
the same type of defiance, the I don't need a man type thing. You know what I'm saying? Like those countries you speaking of with the oppression of the women, I get that. That's a whole nother story when you take their voice away. A lot of a majority of the Islamic countries are like that. But I'm saying, what about the ones that aren't? The United Kingdom, places like that where women do have that liberated voice, but they still have an adoration and a respect for their man. I'm saying, I wonder in those places, is there a difference? Not the oppressed, the women can't speak
The
places.
more
I'm talking
right.
about those places.
Yeah, I'm with Q on the same thing. It's still a law issue. It's a legality issue where because of the law that has been placed in the land, you know your place. You know your order, you know your structure, and you don't step outside of those bounds, and you're taught as a woman not to step outside of those bounds. Yes, you have a voice, but that doesn't mean you get to say whatever you want to say, especially reckless things like you just said. I don't need a man. Like it should be off with your head. Like literally, you grow back to Hadassah, Esther, the story in the Bible. And the reason that Esther became queen was because the previous queen prior to said no to the king. And so we didn't see the king say anything. We saw the other men in his court say, hey, wait, whoa, if you don't do something about her not doing what you ordered, that means this now gives right to the other women. The other women going to start thinking, well, they could just say whatever they want to say to us or tell us whatever, where you're out of line and you're out of order. If this is your husband, it's subservient. You're to be subservient. That's it. You are under the authority of, and your job is help. I don't know how God didn't make that no plainer in the garden. After woman was formed for him, Adam named her Eve, or called her woman. Named her woman, gave her the name Eve. But God called us help. Help. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But we've let movements, especially in America, make women believe that we're equal, and we never were. Even when I started out the show talking, about womanism and how, hey, man and woman were made on two different assembly lines. That tells you that we're not equal. Equals means I have the same that you have. So if I don't have a penis, we're not equal. If he doesn't have boobs, and I'm not talking about man boobs, I'm talking about real ones that pump out milk, we're not equal, but that's what's happened in America. So I believe that no, they probably don't have those same issues.
So you know what's crazy? I went and looked it up.
Hmm.
So places like Russia, the Maldives, those places have they say like 3 to 5 divorces per 1,000 versus like what y'all said. This is
Yeah.
kind of interesting. Places like India and certain Asian countries have 1 per 1,000.
Wow.
And it's based on, like y'all said, due to cultural norms. So yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Yep. Yep, upbringing. All right, guys, let's move on to the next clip. This one is coming from Mr. RMF himself. He was just here. He has a nightcap show that is also being aired tonight at 9, from 9 to 11. So after you've done with RockSingle, go ahead and check him out as well. But he posted a interesting clip today that kind of coincides with our ideology regarding friendship.
Uh-oh.
I'm an advocate of being friends first, and sometimes friendships that turn into relationships can be dangerous. But I highly recommend exploring that option at least first to see where it goes. Because typically, when you're looking at a soulmate, you're looking at somebody that you just enjoy being around, someone that you enjoy spending time with, someone that you love laughing with. And I'm not even talking about nothing physical right now. I'm talking about just the energy. You feel like the world and the world's issues don't even matter when you're around that person, right? That's something that you can build off of, something that you can really look to build some longevity with. Soulmates. Do you believe in it? And if so, do you believe you have found yours?
Great question. Great question. I'll start with IQ this time. Soulmates. Do you believe in soulmates? And if so, do you believe that you have found yours? Well, been found. We queens.
Okay. So do I believe in soulmates? I would say kind of sorta. Do I have anything to do with what I found in my experiences? I don't think I found it.
Okay. Okay. CKnight?
Uh, I used to, but then I think a lot has changed since I started becoming more into alignment with the kingdom. I started realizing a lot of those things are taboo words that,
Mm-hmm.
biblically it don't
Yeah.
biblically it's no such thing. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I used to believe like in that, like, yeah, you got a soulmate, whoop, all this dope. We're destined to be together. But then I started questioning, man, when you've been through so many things in life
Yeah.
and you dealt with so many people, you start wondering what is and what's not true, and
Mm-hmm.
your views change. So
Yes.
me personally, I don't necessarily believe in a soulmate, but I do believe in what he said as far as like having your partner be like a friend
Yes.
to a certain extent, where you can comfortably talk to them about things, and you know, yeah, it's a real tough line. That's a loaded one, man. So to answer the question, I'm kind of not really believing in the soulmate thing anymore. And I do believe that you can find, or you will be found, as you say, by
Yes.
one that will fit and suit your uh niche, your needs, your,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's such a crazy tough question because it's the thing they tell us. It's true. They tell you this is soulmate. They tell you it's somebody that's meant for you. Um, yeah, that's all I got.
Okay, okay. So I'm coming back to the friendship element of the question because we talked about the friendship element on the level of respectable friendship, but then there is the co-worker manager level of friendship where things change. When this king now becomes management over you, the friendship ain't like friendship. This man now
What you
has
mean
to
co-worker manager?
co-worker manager. So at first we started off as friends. We were both regular employees, but now King has gotten a elevated position, right? So we're no longer friends. Like we kick it, we could talk about the same things we talked about when we were both the regular employees. There's certain information that I can't tell you that's coming up.
Oh,
So there's a different level of friendship because I initially thought RockTrue friendship was we kick it all the time, and we. But then there's a level of respect that I'll lose for you, or I won't gain for you from you if we remain a level of friendship like we're on the same level or tier, right? So let that brew real quick. I'll answer the question as far as soulmates are concerned. No, I do not believe in soulmates. I do believe in right true friendship, like we discussed up until that point where management changes. But I do believe that we tie ourselves to people's souls. We tie ourselves to people's souls, right? And we do that through sexing irresponsibly, right? So you get, all the feelings. You're in your feelings about everything regarding sex, and so you can't handle honestly. And I love it. I'm telling you, I love D Ray. One of my favorite comics are D Ray and Corey Holcomb because they've always been straight regarding relationship. Even in their comedy performances, they always talked about relationship from a straight perspective. But like he said, can you handle me, sleeping with me and then getting up and walking away? And now you like, oh, what was this? And well, you're not sexing responsibly. But then you like this, my soul. It was so great. It was so this, and you have wrapped your little soul around this person that said this is my person, when it wasn't, and it never was. You guys may have had a grand time for a while. Okay, that's what that was, but that you were never who he was betrothed to, right? I believe in betrothals. That we have come here being formed from our Adam. And I also believe that that changes as well. I don't want you to just think that, okay, it's just this one person here that we're supposed to be here for. That's insane. It's not going to make any sense, especially when we do get to heaven and nobody is anybody's spouse. I am here to serve who God wants me to. Period. So this week or this 5 year span, I am Mrs. Such and such. If that person dies or we part and God rearranges those parts, I'm not sitting here saying, well, I'm never getting married again. You got to be a fool. You have to be a fool. I'm not depriving me of joy, and I'm not depriving myself of another opportunity to serve maybe a most amazing king ever in life. Go ahead, Knight.
you know what's crazy? I was thinking about when you said something, and my brain was firing, them neurons banging, and it was trying to come up with something, and it made me think about when you just said you had a great time, and
Yeah,
you thinking that based on that, that person is for you, but then after a while, you realize that person wasn't for you.
yeah,
You just had a good grand time. Watch
yeah.
this. That reminded me as a kid, I love toys. I still, if you look at if you ever came into my El Palaso, I have a lot of toys. I love toys. Now, as a kid, there were two types of toys, especially for young girls. You had the toy that did all the cool stuff, easy bake oven, real quick. You have so much fun with it for the time being. Next thing you know, the light bulb burn out. You throw that mug away. But then you have the doll, which is a
Mm-hmm.
bear that doesn't move. It's just a teddy bear. It doesn't move. It doesn't do nothing fancy. But I know women that still have the teddy bear from when they was a child till today.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't
Yeah.
super exciting in the beginning, but it had a value that was there. It had a quality, and they carried that with them throughout life. Versus the toy, it stimulated you real good, real quick. Got everything that you needed. It had you firing. But then that toy ended up being something you don't play with no more.
Yep. Yep.
And that's what it's kind of like what you just said with the relationship.
Yeah. Go ahead, IQ. Q. I'm not sure if she's froze, but that's okay. No, I think you're absolutely correct. I'm with you on that. I'll let her come back in. I'm with you on that, King. Like, we mistake those things because we're emotionally driven creatures, especially women. That's a real thing. Men are thinking with their minds, women think with their hearts. And women think they can do what men do. You cannot do what men do. The clear indication of that is you have an innie, he has an outie. You putting all of that within you is totally different than something he can simply wipe off.
That's deep.
Like that, it's a real thing. Why do you think you can do what a man does? It just look good on the outside. And when we were just talking about, sex and responsibility, it's a responsibility. Why won't women get married? Responsibility, right? Like you think that when they told you and you believe that we were equal to men, you thought that also meant you had the responsibility of a man that could do it. No, you can't. You're not equipped to do his job. I don't care what you think. I don't care how good it looks. It's going to reach a point where you will eventually make an emotional decision because your DNA going to kick in. It's going to kick in. You can play all day. You can walk around with straps. You can do all the stuff you think. You can shake up. You can do everything you think that a man does pretending. I was watching a clip today. They were talking about, we should be insulted as women, we should be insulted by gay men because you're taking a shortcut. As men, you should be insulted by studs. You taking a shortcut. You think that all you got to do is dress the part and that makes you a man or that makes you a woman. You just throw on heels and hold on. It's a lot more to being a woman than dressing up. It's a lot more than being a woman than playing on Halloween. This is all I'm saying. This is insane.
When I saw that clip, what you just said resonated with me when I saw a clip of Charlie Kirk speaking to
pull it up
LGBT.
more, Queen. Go ahead, King.
He was speaking to an LGBTQ crowd, and it was a woman dressed like it was a man dressed like a woman, and he was like, "You're disrespecting me by not calling me a woman." And he said, "No, you know what you're doing? You're disrespecting women by playing this game. You're taking away all that they go through, the labor, the menstrual cycles, the body changes, the emotional, hormonal things. Just because you all of a sudden today want to put on a dress and say that I'm a woman and call me a woman. Bro, it's so much more to that than that. The studs. No disrespect, but you putting on them jeans and busting a sag and getting a line up, that don't make you a man.
No.
That don't make you a man. There's much more to that. It's so much more to that.
Yeah.
So I agree with you on that. Yeah.
Yes, sir. IQ, come on with it.
Now I missed the last piece because
it's okay. We were just talking about the friendship element. We were talking about, the levels of friendship. We were talking about the soul ties. We ended up just a second ago talking about how men and women, gay men and gay women, believe that they can take a shortcut and just, play the role and play the part by playing dress up for the most part. Going back to when I was saying about how men and women are not equal. We're not on equal assembly lines, even though we were taught, okay, you're supposed to be equal as a man and you should no, you don't have the capacity or components to be a man, make the decisions that men make, or the responsibility that men have to take upon themselves, not only for themselves, but for you and the children. You cannot do that. And eventually, I don't care how well you play dress up, your DNA gonna kick in. Go ahead, Queen.
Well, we can't change what has already been given to us.
Come on, sis.
I don't care how much we try to change it.
Yeah.
We just can't. And it's no disrespect to anyone.
Yeah.
You just can't change how it was already presented for you.
Yep.
And so, what I want to say is live your life, but be careful.
Mm,
Be
mm.
careful. And what I mean by be careful is because a lot of things come with the price that you know nothing about out in
Woo.
there.
Same. I'm here with it. See, you got anything? We're moving on. Let's just move on to the next one. Let's move on to the
Go
next
ahead.
one
Yeah.
because it's gonna take us deeper into it. So that was
Go
from
ahead.
again Mr. RMF with the nightcap. Now we're gonna go into Queen Priscilla. I did Queen Priscilla for the most part. You know what I mean? I with Charleston. Like there are limits to Queen Priscilla's, messages because she bat for the other team. And so there are certain things that she's saying that would make another woman switch. Like you make another woman do switch hitting. And so this is like, nah, Queen, I can't take everything that you say is just totally solid because you're recruiting. You know what I mean? Like you you're not recruiting for the Spartans. You recruiting for the other team, Queen. I can't you know what I mean? You end up having me down there carpet munching. And I can't that's not what I was given per IQ. Let's go ahead and roll the clip.
One thing I teach women how to do is listen and observe to hear what because the male will tell you straight up to your face exactly who he is indirectly. He may lie to you to your face, but indirectly he tells you the truth all the time. And the male is confident in telling women the truth because they believe that women will never hear them. They believe that women will continue to lie to themselves and try to get the male to be something that he's not. So if a man did tell a woman the truth, right, and tell her, hey, yo, I already got 2 women that I'm dealing with. You ain't gonna be the only one. I'm not looking for a relationship. He might tell her that to her face. He knows in the back of his mind, or even at the front of his mind, that she gonna try to go against that. Once he starts sleeping with her, those chemicals, those seminal fluid chemicals, start manipulating her mind. She starts pair bonding with him, and then she starts asking, so what are we?
I was watching the clip with what is his name from SNL? Keenan and and Tiana Taylor. They had just did a clip on they were talking about some latest news and stuff on PBS, but every time the white people would respond, they would respond like none of this stuff been happening to black people for ages. And so they just be like, like y'all got us messed up. Come on now, this ain't new. All right, CKnight, what you thinking? What you thinking?
So she's saying that women like I'm kind of understanding what she's saying, but what's up? Where is she going?
So she's pretty much saying that men telling you, they will tell you the truth, but indirectly. They're telling you everything that they're about, but indirectly. If they were to come to you and tell you, hey, I got 2 chicks on the side, you the third. You're not gonna be, the only one. This, that, and the other. Would women really take that as valid, especially after they've had emotional levels of sex? They're sexing irresponsibly. Now they'll still have that mindset of, okay, he got all of these different girls, but I could change them. I'll be the difference. Not realizing that he has to be his own difference. But go ahead.
I mean, for me, I know a lot of guys, a lot of my homies, they tell women the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I ain't gonna say all, but a
Yeah.
lot of them tell them the truth. Like, hey, look, this what it is, and it is what it is. And I used to watch them when I was younger.
Yeah.
I used to be like, dang, how can y'all do that, man? Me, I'm trying to be a player and trying to be slick, and y'all basically just
Lift
like,
up
hey,
Q.
look,
Lift your camera up.
they
Go ahead.
basically like just, hey, look, you know what
The
it
other
is, you know what I'm
one.
saying? It is what it is. You rocking, and then the chicks will be rocking, and I will always notice they will have these emotional issues and angry and upset, but then it's like y'all was told from the jump that you weren't gonna be the main jump off. So that's why I said I'm kind of confused because I
It's not
feel like
covered.
for the most part I've heard a lot of people tell the truth.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm with you. I believe that it is a nice, it's a vast majority of men that do not tell the truth up front. It's almost like a baby, like spoon feed of the truth. It's based on their own ideologies of what a woman can handle. Like I just with the men that I have experienced, right? And that's the thing they'll tell me even when I say, hey, you could tell me the truth. Tell me the truth from the jump. Do not tell me the truth after the fact and then expect me to behave the same way as if you would have told me the truth in the beginning. Because now that you've lied, all I see is Kill Bill Red. Don't tell me what I can handle. And sometimes you do have to tell me what I can handle. But what you can also say is, I'm not at liberty to discuss at this time. Okay, that's fine, but do not come out with a lie or figure that out, but not a lie, right? But I also witnessed one of my best friends. He passed away when we were younger. Shout out to Timbo. In my early 20s, he passed away, and I watched him. I, as much as I could say, pimp. I mean, and it wasn't. First of all, that's when I learned how women sign up for these roles. They volunteer. He told them everything about what it is. And don't you ever mess with my main chicks. These are my main ones here. You better not ever cross them. If you ever cross the line with them, you're out. And I mean you're out. And when I tell you they would beg to stay in, they knew the rules, they knew their rights, roles, and they signed up to play for these positions. So that's when I knew, like, you could tell women the truth. I've
Yeah.
always been a friend relationship type thing with my friends, right? Like I never thought like, okay, well, because a man is saying, hey, let's go to the movies, he's responsible for paying the bill, or let's go out to eat, he's responsible for. No, he's not. Hell, shit, I'll pay. You know what I mean? Like, it's no problem. I'll pay. Like, I never understood how that's a problem. And then somebody, well, you shouldn't be paying anything. Why not? Well, let's go have a good time. We're friends. We're not anything more. I don't believe in that exclusive relationship, but we're not anything more until you propose. Other than that, we're friends, and it's difficult to manage that. And it's also difficult to manage with that emotional tie or that soul tie. And it's difficult to manage when you don't understand that you are here in purpose to be used by somebody. You look at that as a negative way, shape, form, and manner, but you are here to be used. We all have cell phones, right? Like, it's not your fault that you don't know all of everything that's with your cell phone. I talk to some people, they're like, yeah, did you know? And this what the update is, and I'm sitting here like, girl, I only need this phone to do what I need it to do. Other than that, I could care less that it could do all this other stuff. But there are some people that know how to work the product. And they may not even get it firsthand. They may get it as a secondhand gift from somebody who don't know what to do with it or all the features of it. Ever see somebody give like a real expensive gift, or even a gift that's like, oh shoot, I'll take that. You don't know what this could do. This can do this, and you looking at them and telling them all that, and they looking at you like, and I care because why? I don't.
Yeah.
You can have it. You know what I mean? So being used isn't a negative thing. We've made that a negative thing. Go ahead, Q.
What I want to say is, first of all, I am a stickler on being honest up front.
Yeah.
Because that way you put me in a position to where I can make my own choice.
You girl.
Don't take my choice from me. So always give me the truth, but I've seen where men have not given the truth. But I've also learned that if you pay attention to a man's movement, his movement will tell you exactly what you need to know.
Mm-hmm.
And our thing is, as women, once we believe something that he tells us, and then we take the red flag that's coming and that he's showing us, and we'll just disregard it because of what his mouthpiece says. I'll say, like I've said many times, as using it as a quote, your mouthpiece really means nothing. It's always going to play by your movement. So I'm going to trust what you're telling me, but I'm going to be watching what you do. Because what you do is what matters to me. I always have to look out for me. I'll look out for you too. But it's got to make sense to me. Mm-hmm. If I am being truthful up front with you, as a woman, I need it back. You have to be able to reciprocate what I'm giving.
Yeah.
And so if I make that choice to be honest and totally honest with you, I need the same things back. Yeah. But I do believe that a man shows you exactly what you need to know. And I'm going to say this, some men are good at what they do. Some men are not smarter than some of us women. So you kind of mess it up for yourselves when you don't follow the right path. Because I'm gonna tell you another thing. It's something about a woman that has a discerning spirit. You can lie all you want to, but she's coming right back across with the truth because she has that discernment. That's why you always got to be connected to your father.
Yes, yes. You can't play with God. A woman that's in tune with God, you can't. But another part of that too, because what I'm hearing with you is same for me, but it's also an ideal. Okay, that is like it's the perfect situation on both ends. But you're dealing with fallible people, and then you're also
Right.
dealing with God, who is a calculation you could never calculate. Right? He does
Right.
author unorthodox things. He had Abraham lie and say Sarah was my sister, right? That's a lie. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, wait a minute, like, okay, but this is also understanding that this God's story. At the end of the day, this is his story on purpose. So the way in which he presents things, he may have that person lie, which also gives you the ideology of, you know what? In this moment, I speak up for myself. In this moment, maybe I don't say anything here. In this moment, it's like it keeps you following God, right? And then another thing too that I've experienced and a lot lately in relationship with the man, but also in friendship in general. God will show me people and tell me, but you can't go nowhere. I'm going to show you their hearts and their minds, but you can't do nothing but smile and continue to do the job that I told
Oh
you.
yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So we have roles
Yeah.
and positions to play, but I'm with you on the idea. I'm with you on the idea. Rock, truth, or now. But I also understand fallen depraved nation. I also understand God and his movements uncalculated. You can't calculate what he gonna do. He is the wild card.
Right.
You can't, but he also presents those opportunities for somebody to serve, somebody to display God. And every single time, you don't even know what it is you'll do. You know what I mean? And now this person has to show up as God for you. So I'm with you on there. Go
Right.
ahead, Knight.
But you have to,
Oh,
I
sorry.
think that you also have to pay attention. That's why you always have to have a connection. We don't do it all the time, but you have to connect in order to understand what's next. You have to
Yeah.
play the position right.
Yes,
You
Queen.
don't know
Yes,
what God
Queen.
is trying to show you. And for a lot of times, God doesn't just show you the next person, he shows you you. He
Teach.
shows you how you have to stay in it. He
Yep.
shows you how you have to deal with certain things
Yep.
because the God in you has to be relevant to what they need. So
Teach.
it's always about position.
Yes.
Understand what your position is because a lot of times it could be your silence.
Yep. Teach, Queen. Teach, teach, teach. Oh my God. Night. Where you at with it?
And I always just think about it, man. Especially the older you get, especially just for me and a couple other cats that I know. I'm thinking back on it, man. When you meet a woman to tell the truth, like I've dated females that was like, hey, look, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm single. Pleasure to meet you, but you know, you ain't the only one. I'm going on a date with a guy tomorrow, and I look at him like sometimes I be kind of like, man, what this chick thinks she man, you better. But then at the same time, I'd be like, that's so attractive that
Yeah.
you're honest.
Yeah.
Because it
Yeah.
lets me be like, I'm gonna deal with you. Because I'm gonna either not deal with you or deal with you, but at least I know you giving it to me real. And for me being a man, when I dated females and was telling the truth, I think it was such a much better relationship
Mm-hmm.
because we didn't have any reasons. Like, look, woman, I'm late 30s, early 30s, 40s, whatever. You think I'm not, especially if I'm single, you think I'm not dating? You think I don't have no other female? Like like I'm single, so you meet me, you can't expect me to just be you're the only one. So when you tell somebody that off jump, I feel like the vibe is so much better
Yeah.
because y'all honest and y'all like, look, I got this going on. I had a female one time tell me, she was like, hey, we can't go out tomorrow because I got a date with a guy. And I remember I was sitting in the crib, I was like, man, what? I'm like, man, you don't get this
Hit
job
different.
turkey.
Hit different. Hit different.
But
That hit
but
different.
what's but what's crazy is she ended up dismissing Buddy
Yeah.
Because she came back and was like, man, I went on that date with that dude, man, and he was this and that. And I was like, man, this is a dope vibe. Like, me and her can talk about the stuff truthfully, and it was just beautiful. And we flowed and we rocked. And it's just like a different energy, man, when you just come in with that truth. It just gives you no room for error. It's like, yo, it is what it is. You rocking with me, you rocking against me. So I respect that.
I agree.
True.
I think you definitely rocking against if you can't tell that truth. You know what I mean? Like real quick, let me go ahead and just shout out to the chat. Shout out to Antaeus in the building as well as Reggie moving forward. Crown Her Moore is in the building. She said, "Grand day, y'all. I'll be back to watch the replay." Shout out to Queen Miss Denise Tulips Harris Waters. I hope I said that correct, Queen. From my church. I love her. I love her. I love her. Guys, if you guys need some direct decorations and stuff, decor, hit her up. She in the chat. But shout out to her. She says, evening, everyone. No, King, I'm with you. Like the truth, they say it hurt is supposed to. But at the same time, the more you mature in it, the more you want that. You start to just it settles within your soul, just like, yes, thank you for that. Like, a lot of people when we're in conversation, they think that the information that they're giving me, I care about. I don't care about that as much as I care about the fact that, yo, you just told me the truth. Like that's what my man did. Like it's like now, okay, now what was you telling me the truth about? I'm just really excited that you sat here and you bared, so you really open. That means the world to me. But then that element of sex, when it's irresponsible and you don't have the mind heart and the truth about sex with another person, that's when all these complications in the friendship come into play. All right, guys, we got to do our final thoughts. We got to do our final thoughts and get up out of here again. Shout out to Tyron Joe, Lord Tyron Joe. Shout out to King Ant. Thank you for the clip, as well as Mr. RMF at Night Campus tonight at 9. I'm going to go ahead and throw it to you, IQ. Give me your final thoughts for the evening.
So my final thought just for the evening would just be to really, when you're living life, you're going to have all these issues. I mean, you just are. But I just believe that if you start trying to be better,
Yeah.
just try to be better, make better decisions, make better choices just for yourself, then I think you'll be fine. I think you'll be fine. So that is just the end of what I can say, other than just love on yourself and love on the people. Just love on everybody, because we all need it.
Yes, man. Where can we find you, Q? When is your show?
Well, listen, I tap in and I tap out of that thing, but you can always find me on Facebook up under Kiana Q Wolf, and just tap in. I do a lot of videos throughout the week, so it's no selective time that I have. Whenever I'm received something, I give it out to the world. And so just support me when you can, and I'll do the same for you all.
I love it. I love it. CKnight, final thoughts and where we can find you.
Man, the Refused Stone, as you know, find me on TikTok where I do a lot of my videos. I'm doing lives on Instagram here and there, but I'm in the building process. I'm gonna put some things together. When I say it, please believe it.
Yes,
But
sir.
final thoughts, man, is just keep it jiggy, keep it 100. Just give it like it is, man, and it's no room for error, especially off jump.
Mm-hmm.
So if you dating, if y'all listening to me out there, give it off jump. Like, tell the truth off jump.
Yeah.
You don't owe her, them nothing. This is your opportunity to give them that opportunity to be like, yay or nay. And if you lose, it's almost like you don't lose. You win.
Correct.
It's a win.
Correct.
So it's kind of like just off jump. Tell that truth, man, and see how far it gets you. Because then you know exactly what you're dealing with. And then when you do get error, like another thing, if you get somebody that's giving you false feed, false hope, false lies, cut that quick. Because if they doing that right off the jump,
Mm-hmm.
that tell you a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So stay positive, man. There's a lot going on right now. I was listening to something and it was talking about just I think it was one of these scriptures. It was Romans 12:2, talking about the world and the darknesses and the principalities. There's a lot of evil out. There's a lot of dark.
Yeah.
There's a lot of dark. Disconnect yourself from that plug in and connect to the Most High, and you'll get by. You hear that flow?
Bars. I'm with you. I'm with you, King. Most definitely. We have to understand, and I can't stress it enough. No error in this thing. All right, we be thinking like, oh, I shouldn't have never did that, and I shouldn't have never. And if I was here, I should be further. And no, you wouldn't. You can't move any further past God. There's no way of doing it. He's already set the course. He set everything in motion before you got here, before the foundation, right? So there's no point of you doing anything else but being jacked up, fallible you. It's all a learning mechanism. This is all like, maybe, my way back home is the monkey bars. Your way back home may be the swing. Yours may be the slide. You dig? I don't know what it needs or what you need to get back home or get back into an upright standing relationship with God, but he'll take you through your course. And I'm not here to judge your course. I just recognize game like, oh, so we both on the same thing. It just looks like we just on different apparatuses, but we're growing through the same learning mechanisms with God, getting back to whole, one, and complete people to serve him and serve him through other people. God ain't coming down here physically. He's done that. He has people he works through for you to serve, especially the ones you think that are undeserving. Those are the ones. Those are the ones that you're to serve more than those you think deserve it. Because, like he said, that's what the Gentiles do. Well, I mean, what good is that? Great. Ooh, yeah. Let me give it up. Oh, you love people that love you. What's so hard about that? What's so hard about that? But if you are after his heart and you're learning his heart and mind, you'll really like understand why he loves us the way that he does, but most importantly, why he loves you the way that he does. Because sometimes he'll team you up with a liar, because guess who also used to be a liar? Or guess who also believe that all they do is tell the truth when they be lying the other way. So let me show you the different ways that you live a lie to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, guys. Okay, you can find me on Facebook, Rock Truth. Everything Rock and Truth put together is more than likely me, or Rock Youth, Rock Truth, RockSingle, Rock True Comedy. The list just kind of grows on and on and on. Mary SelenaKay on Facebook, Kingdom Customary on IG, and then you can find this show on Facebook as well as on YouTube, Rock Truth Radio. Guys, you guys can go ahead and get up out of here. I'm gonna go ahead and grow through these commercials real quick, and we'll be gone. But thank you guys for your time. I love you guys. Thank you for your wisdom, your imparted wisdom. Thank you for the God in you. Rock Truth to absolutely nothing at all. Rock Truth no matter the consequences. Revelation is truth. Truth is not simply information. Peace, y'all. Peace. All right, guys. So you can find this show on Mondays at 5:30 p.m., as well as the recap of this show will be on WDAV DeVille Radio on Fridays from 6 to 7 p.m. Let me go ahead and just throw him in the chat real quick. I like to make sure everybody that I recognize on the show know that they're being recognized on the show. Thank you, King, for giving us this amazing opportunity. Guys, we have an amazing show coming out in March. The location has changed. We'll give you an update of that, and the promos are coming soon. But in the meantime, between time, if you have a video that you want to submit to our countdown, here's how you do it.
Live band, live mics, whole room feeling like flight. Party star, hearts bleed, every story planting seeds. Rock truth, keep it raw. We ain't trimming down the truth at all. Radio, streets, it's that history on repeat. Say RMF, say SelenaKay, from the shot to the state line. We gon' celebrate all day. Say rock truth, let the whole world see. It's the Black Renaissance and it's happening on TV.
Indian noise countdown. Turn the culture up right now. Trap soul bump in the background. Black Renaissance in the house. Indian noise countdown. Where the real ones show out. If you came to feel free, better stand on that seat and shout.
Yeah. Live audience, lights up, yeah, interviews, yeah, time's up. If you're ready for the show, you know what the whole Midwest know. In the noise, countdown, we on now.
I just left participating in the nightcap with Mr. RMF himself. Let me tell you something. Tune in every Tuesday from 9 to 11 because not only is it lit, live, and full of vibes, it rocks true on so many levels than one. Rock true. Yeah, guys. Also, they will be having a nominee mix and mingle during their show Saturday, this upcoming Saturday, January 31st. Come on out, one and all. Thinking outside the back show, boom, boom, boom. Yes. Be a part of the studio audience there. It's 7209 Roosevelt Road, Park Forest, Illinois. It begins at 7 p.m. So you'll find our guests from last week, Moolah, Holy Grand, as well as Reggie, Mr. RMF. Moving forward, sea moss, get your wild crafted purple sea moss and real fruit from Healthy in Space. Shout out to Deontay Glover in the building. Shout out to Healthy in Space. Okay, black owned business in Maryville, Indiana. Guys, they have so many healthy products for you, but you can get your Nana sea moss, strawberry cherry, or strawberry mango pineapple. Order now, 219-867-2003. It's a $10 deposit for a 8-ounce jar, which is $30. It helps you with your immune health, helps you with skin and hair, energy, and gut support. Also with weight loss. Then we have Pinflow. Pinflow is tomorrow night. Double check in with them because sometimes their locations change. But 4204 South Cottage Grove, Chicago, Illinois. It's a $10 entrance fee. Last week we were at Nitro Nostalgia. It was the most amazing place in the world, and it is where Torrington State will be filmed out of. We'll send out the details to Nitro Nostalgia, but guys, this was the most amazing place ever. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. So 7 p.m. is the time that you can arrive. You may want to get on that list because by 7:45 it is full. We started at 7. We didn't get out of there till after midnight because when I tell you that list be full, it's full. 9 p.m. is the flow performances. Teen Talk. That's gonna be with our girl Crown Her More. If you guys have any questions, they're gonna be talking about love shouldn't hurt to our teens on February 21st, Saturday, February 21st from 12:30 to 3 p.m. If you guys are looking to be a vendor, if you're looking to support, if you're looking to donate, reach out to her. It will be at 830 West 119th Street, Chicago, Illinois. That's all we have for you. Don't forget at all to please sex responsibly and learn the rules of engagement. I am again one of your amazing hosts for RockSingle, Mary SelenaKay, Rock Truth. Peace.
Situations happen. Tell me how you feel about it. Let's talk about it. Topics of discussion. Tell me what's your view. And let's talk about it. We gon' rock the truth. Or absolutely nothing. Rock true. Conversations fuel the mind.